Yeah, like I said, probably should take some time before streaming to troubleshoot this.
How was I supposed to know? For real this time, with feeling!
Welcome to Mario Kart!
We're finally doing Eizen's playthrough redemption. 50cc,
Well.
all cups.
Mario Grand Prix.
All Cups Final Destination.
Select your player.
There we go.
There we go.
Select map.
Peaches got it. Now, are you gonna go for first place in all the races, or just enough to qualify? Or just enough to qualify?
Just gonna try. Mayro Pratt 69. Hello, Hi.
Mayro.
Glad you weren't here for the
technical difficulties earlier. That was a shit show. But then again, what can you do?
Very a little quiet too, it's mainly because of that. But yeah, so people who are now joining us, now that we've finally gotten to it, we're doing 50cc of all cups on Mario Kart 64 as requested by Eizen. To ease me into playthrough options. And honestly, wouldn't have it any other way. I'm not using a actual N64 controller. I'm not worrying about the C buttons. I probably should, but I'm not. Again, I'm going for first place whenever possible. I'm not going to sleep over it so long as I'm in the top 3. I know there's occasional frame hiccups. That's not much I can do about that. I'd rather like to actually do this and not have to worry about what the buttons every 5 minutes. Hold my turbo.
Take that, take that, take that, take that.
Of course all 3 missed. Okay, I'll take it. How was I supposed to see that?
Here we go! Take that! Yeah, right!
Come on.
Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that!
Good. Fuck you, Toad.
Fuck you, Toad Howard.
Okay, there we go.
Just got it.
It just works.
There's our achievements. Oh hey, they got hit by the train. I just noticed that. Good.
Bingo! Bye-bye!
Ho ho!
Mamma mia!
Mamma mia!
That wasn't Mario, though.
I don't care. For now.
You have no regrets, or regrets for that matter. As Eizen would say.
Pretty much.
Christ, how is Toad rubber banding me?
Because it just works.
You already made the Todd Howard joke.
I know.
Take that! Take that! Take that!
Take that! Take that! Take that!
I thought if you aimed it back, it would actually go that way.
At least there's no fucking blue shell in this game. I'll give it.
No, there
I'll give
is.
it that.
This is the game that started it, but no one's gotten one yet. Plus, I think it doesn't. I think it doesn't show up as often on 50cc.
The blue shell. Dread it. Run from it. It arrives all the same.
Plus, I think it didn't become. It didn't get its true heat-seeking properties. I think until. I think it was Double Dash.
You've got it!
That's when it really became what it is today. Look at them being good drivers and waiting for the... But this is a race! We can't be waiting! Oh, that was the last one, too. Well, there's our first cup, then. Have you done quicker than we know?
Well, this is the first cup, so.
I see Bowser sitting in shame over there. Hiding shame. Well done!
Well done! Well done!
Well done, well done.
Congratulations!
Yeah, Pinky's got it!
Congratulations!
And, okay, I was right. It doesn't do the credits until after Special Cup.
Mario Grand Prix.
That's what I thought.
Select your player.
Let's go!
Fuck it, all Peach run.
Select map.
And yes, I know there's a possible filter on here. The fact this even works for me is more than enough for me.
It's a miracle we actually managed to get this running.
Because we were, like, it was working fine before, but it's just some of the graphics weren't being drawn correctly. That's the main problem. I didn't know holding Z actually slowed you down. You have that out. And yes, this predates Yoshi's stories, so no Kazumi Totaka's sounds.
Here we go.
Wah!
Yoshi's story was 97, 98 in other regions, I believe. This came out in 96.
The asshole.
Take that. Take that. Take that.
Did he just slip on his own banana peel?
Maybe.
I wasn't paying attention. Also, I think some of the
Yes, he did.
bugging.
According to me.
Take that. Take that. Take that.
Well, that's fine. I got hit by my own Koopa shell.
Bingo. Bye-bye.
I'll take second. Also, I apologize for any texture glitches that might happen because, again, I don't know.
M64 emulation is not good.
Good, I got the rocket start. Oh yeah, I forgot the drifting kind of started with this game. I always remembered it from Mario Kart Wii, but no, it started with this game. It just doesn't have much of a use in this game.
Take that.
Insert copyright-free Eurobeat here.
Copyright-free what?
Copyright-free Eurobeat.
All right. Take that.
You can in the other Mario Kart games too, it's just... I very rarely used it when I was a kid. Oh, that clutch!
Yeah.
I was almost worried there for a second.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Yoshi.
He doubted himself.
There we go. I knew you could aim it backwards, but you have to be holding back and then do it before you do it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I like how tight that turn was going to be.
Here we go. Take that. Bingo. Bye-bye.
Okay, can't say haven't had that happen before.
Take that. Bingo. Here we go. Thank you. Take that. Take that. Take that.
Take that, take that, take that, take that, take that, take that. Fuck it, take it.
I should still be in the lead anyway. No, it's a tie. I have to win round 4, so yeah. And we'll wait until we actually get in there. By that I mean... now. Rocket start.
Wow!
Okay.
Yeah, Peachy got it.
Alright, there we go. First place assured again.
Congratulations.
We're already halfway there. Halfway there. Halfway there.
Select your player.
Let's go.
Select map.
Okay, now there is one thing that is throwing me off. I'm trying to jump at the apex of my jumps, almost like it's Mario Kart 8, and I keep forgetting this is a Mario Kart 8 that doesn't build up speed in this game. Damn it! To be fair, this game also doesn't have oops all mushrooms. Knowledge anyway. I'm gonna have to pass on that one, so thanks for doing things.
Yeah. Ah, you fucked
I think not. Get conked.
Damn it. Ah, come on.
Come on, I'm almost there. Alright, there we are. Come on. Okay.
Yeah, Peaches got it.
Before we move on, I'm actually gonna
Okay.
hide the text chat. Because I'm gonna have to configure that here soon to have it disappear, because yeah, Underground opened my eyes to that one. Colors up the side of the screen so I can understand why you'd bring it up. Oh yeah, those things here. There it is! Also in this one it doesn't have wings either, so... Again, it's not the same blue shell that we know from Double Dash onwards.
Where it hates you and everything you stand for.
restart. I didn't save, so... Hopefully I can make a comeback. Thank you, Eizen, for the raid! I don't have a raid message up, unfortunately.
Welcome. Yeah.
I really should, but I just don't have a raid alert in mind for that.
Grats for beating 2 games in one stream. Mama fucker!
Jeff just hired some random princess to prep his counter raid. Let's go and watch. Blue shell to the face. There's your counter raid.
No, being completely honest, I have no ideas for a raid thing for me. That's why I don't have one enabled. This might already be a wash. Yeah, this is definitely looking like a wash.
Yeah. You're fucked.
It's only the 3rd lap. You'll be fine.
This is Sherbert Land. This is Act 2.
This is fine. So long as you place 4th, you still get to move onward.
Although considering I've gotten the cups already for half the game now, I think I'll probably be able to put in a little bit of run left covering at the end as well. Who knows? Because this game
You
isn't
said
that,
this was a wash. You already got 2nd place.
because this game isn't that long, honestly. And it's why I'm glad you chose it as the first playthrough redemption. The way I
And then
see
again,
it,
to be
it's the way I see
then
it, it's a
again-
way to ease into it. So.
Then again, to be fair, I did say all the cups. Only one set of CCs, but still all the cups.
We did.
Which again, just to justify the whole playthrough bit. Which, to be fair,
Come on, that's the second time.
once you play all the cups, that's pretty much all you've seen. Because it's basically 50 CCs is easy, 100 is normal, 150 is hard, and mirrored is just hard, but reversed map. Which, by the way, if you're gonna go for 150cc mirrored, good fucking luck with Toad's
Toad's Turnpike is a bitch. It's a good game, at the very least. Also, fuck. Yeah, no. There's no way I'm getting back up there.
I have redeemed an RDD Neo
There's one.
subscription.
Oh, RDD Neo, not... Okay. Yes, slack at you. I know I'm going in reverse.
Did you know you were going the wrong way?
No, Jeff George, shut up.
Mario Grand Prix. Okay.
Okay.
I see that
Okay.
name back.
Select your players. Go.
I figured I was gonna have to restart one of these at some point, so I'm not too upset, but...
Select the level.
Select the level. Select the
God
motherfucking
damn it, select
level
the
already.
motherfucking level already.
Got it this time. There are achievements for this game on Retro Achievements. One of them is to actually successfully dodge something while drifting. The other is one of them is getting the blue boost.
Wonder if one of them involves getting that perfect level skip on Star Road.
Level skip.
Yeah, if you get enough burst of speed and jump at the right area, you can skip half the course.
I never grew up with this one. I only ever had experience with Double Dash, so that's why I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I actually have experience with this game.
To be fair, Double Dash is a really good game, especially if you're going for 8-player multiplayer.
Not
Good
Double
luck
Dash,
finding
though.
it. Good luck getting a. Good luck having a link up with LAN on that, though. It is a bitch and a half to set up because GameCube. I say that yet Phantasy Star Online managed to survive, so who knows? But hell, it even got part 3. Though I don't know if people say good things about Card Revolutions, so. As someone who never played MMOs until quite recently, yeah, I have no room to give any comment. It took Bastille and Steel playing World of Warcraft to finally get me to pop that cherry, so to speak. I know what I said.
You're welcome.
Also, if you see any, for the people coming in from Eizen stream, if you see any texture stupidness, it's because I had to deal with a lot of stuff to get this to work. Because first off, earlier when I was using a different core, it lets you retry from there. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why I said if you place at least 4th, the competition still moves on. But you have infinite retries if you fuck up and decide, you know what, I'll just take a 5th and redo.
I'm used to the later Mario Kart games where you can just do it from inside the pause menu. I am so used to that I completely forget you can do that.
Though, then again, it is kind of a departure from this game going from the original Super Mario Kart, where you had limited retries, so that might be why.
I've never played Super Mario Kart that much either. I'm specifically going off of... I know I said I had an SNES, but Super Mario Kart was not one of the games I had. Surprisingly. I didn't have any racing games on SNES, actually.
I was going to say, how cruel of a life would it be? I grew up playing several different co-op games. Never had anyone to play co-op with.
Funny you say that. The only person that would play Super Mario World or any Mario game with me is either my parents or my sister. Or my cousin if they showed up. I never had anyone over at my house all the time.
I barely ever played co-op back then, and even then it's usually with my brother.
But yeah, that's mainly why I was mostly a fan of RPGs, because what's co-op? Who
I didn't
cares
even
about
have...
that?
Well, at least until Tales of Fantasia on the GameCube. I know that one lets you.
Bingo! Bye-bye!
I know that one lets you play 2-player. Player 1 does most of the controlling, and player 2 has to wait until battle to actually move, but it's still something.
Nice shell dodge, by the way.
Bingo! Bye-bye!
And so was my sister, but she wasn't that much into video games like I was.
By the way, not sure if you're aware of this technique that you can use. If you slip on a banana peel, but you have some time before it does that spin out,
Got it!
if you press the brake, you can counteract that, and you know that it works successfully when a music note appears right over your head.
Oh yeah, I think that actually happens in some of the later games too. I just didn't think that about it until in this one. Sugarland try number 2. Of course, it's still counted as a drift out. I let go of the button at the second one, then re-put it back on, but no, it still counts it.
I'd say if you grew up with this game, the timing isn't necessarily that bad, but otherwise, if you're not used to it, it is a bit of a tight go.
It also doesn't help that, again, I'm used to stuff like Double Dash where they actually give you the sparks when you do it correctly. When you're building up the speed correctly at the start. I'll take it. Lock 1230PO? What? Thank you for the follow, but...
Don't think is a bad one.
Sorry if we're a little hesitant, it's just... Lately, since like 2019 or so, we've had a lot of bots.
Moral of the story, bots like to eat apples and shenanigans.
Oh, I actually didn't know, red shells could counteract banana peels.
Yeah, they could.
Has it been like that since the beginning, actually?
I don't know about the original Super Mario Kart, but definitely a thing for this game. And I'm pretty sure beyond. Also, I was curious at first why you were playing as Peach, then I realized, oh, it makes sense, because of a programming error. Because if memory serves, I believe Peach was supposed to be a light, if not a normal weight driver. Here she's considered heavy.
I think they might have fixed that in the original Japanese version, or in the revision 1 of the Japanese and European versions, so it wouldn't surprise me.
No, almost had it.
No, F! Also, hi, Hydra.
Did you just get back, Bastille?
Oh, I was... I
didn't
have anything
he
to
was
say.
responding to Hydreigon, who joined in chat.
Oh. Okay, got first this time.
Like a glove.
Booping in Mario Kart.
Hi, Mike. I'm surprised you're not streaming today. Oh, right, you said you were taking time off because of your exam. I forgot about that. My bad.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He's studying for his Linux exam. Probably didn't need to say that out loud, but whatever. Sounds dumb.
Another useful tip you could do is, if you don't mind, a bit of awkward controlling if you're not used to this game, you can press and hold the item use to hold an item behind you.
I did notice that for Peach, though, for stuff like the shells,
yeah, shells
it does slow you
fake
down.
item box and banana peels.
It does slow you down slightly, so that's why I was trying to avoid it whenever possible. But yeah,
I know some of these enemies just love to do last-minute red shells on you, so that's usually a good defensive maneuver you can use against them.
Also, yes, I don't expect this to take all night, so we will be doing a little bit of I'm not driving Neo after this, so look forward to that.
Nice.
I'll just take it. I'm right there anyway.
Doing a victory splash. It's technically Pizza's race way. She can do whatever she wants.
I like the Mario Kart 8 Peach's Castle Raceway a little bit. I just like the anti-grav mechanics that were introduced in 8. I thought they're really well done. The Oops All Mushroom situation for some people's luck could be definitely fixed, but that's neither here nor there.
Oops All Mushrooms, aka the return of
Dan will never stream Mario Kart ever again. Specifically Mario Kart 8.
I don't think it's necessarily he doesn't want to stream Mario Kart 8 ever again, but rather he doesn't want to stream 8 again unless he has a very, very sizable party to help balance that out.
Oh, what was the Oops All Mushrooms because of the CPU? Was that what his problem was?
I think it's because there was only 4 players and no CPU, so it was kind of limited on what kind of items.
Okay, yeah, to be fair, yeah, that is pretty...
Which does make the item boxes very unbalanced.
It's like they expect you to play this game, this party, with party people. It's almost like they expect you to play this game with friends. Which some people might not have had back in the might not have had at the time.
To answer your question, Heidegon, of if I've ever played Kirby Air Ride, yes and no. I dabbled a little bit of it, if only because my IRL friend Tom used to have it and used to brag about it all the time. I mean, I was used to playing Super Smash Brothers for the 3DS, so I get where the mechanics from those came from, which of course came from Air Ride. But otherwise, I wasn't really a huge fan of that game.
Like, and the other thing with Smash for 3DS that I think a lot of people overlooked back in the day, because 3DS Wii U. So there was going to be a story mode, but as a fuck you, the people who leaked it, they removed the story. Sakurai and the others removed the story mode.
Okay, good.
I still got 4th.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's ruined.
But no, to continue my story, they cut the story mode because apparently the story mode for Smash 3DS Wii U got leaked.
Ugh.
Oh my.
It was like, well, all this works down the drain. What are we gonna do with it? I just threw it out. That's why it's only the fighting stuff. That's why it's only the fighting modes. Which is why I'm glad nobody did that shit for Ultimate.
I think if you are able to place at least 3 places better than Donkey Kong, you should be fine for first place.
Yeah.
Also, I am quite aware that there is another skip you can do in this level. Big shock, it requires a Starman.
It's a Starman.
Oh hey, Super Mario World art.
To answer your question, Hydreigon, no, I never played Kirby Air Ride.
Air Ride is basically Mario Kart if it was dumbed down to its bare minimum and only used 1 button.
Yeah, that, and I don't, I never owned the game.
Yeah, didn't you say you were a PlayStation kid?
Yes. I was mainly PlayStation 2 at that time.
Did you ever have a PS3? Or no, I remember this. You said you did, but it broke because of Batman.
Not only that, but it was given to me by a friend who had it for a while, so
You must not have kept good care of it, I guess.
Yeah, it didn't have much longer left to live, so it is what it is.
Game?
This is fine. This is fine. You didn't
like-
fall in the lava. This is
Yeah, I
fine.
know. It's like, wait, what's going on? Oh, that was a waste.
Fall. Damn.
Okay, I hate that that can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Japanese version has different voices aside from Mario. Most of the voices from the other regional versions will be the ones they pulled over for Mario Party 1 and 2. But in the case of Mario Party 1 and 2, specifically, the non-Japanese versions, for some reason, used the German and French voice actors. Hence why we have, oh my god, oh I missed.
Oh, indeed. Also, on and off my studying, I've been playing Return to Castle Wolfenstein.
Yeah, I saw you were playing that when I started.
Well, worst case scenario, if you can't get back to third place,
I'll
you can
have to
always
retry, which is
fit.
fine. So long as I can
Since
get
you're
back.
already near the end, that actually might not be such a bad idea.
Yeah, especially at this point.
Yeah.
I tried to use the drift to help me get some speed. Yeah, we're retrying. There we go. I mean,
Which, thank God, you have infinite retries in
Yeah,
this version. Something that was sorely missing in the Super Mario Kart version.
didn't get the rocket start this time, but in a place like this, I honestly don't want it because it would make me bounce around more than I should.
We're not concerned about getting first place. We are concerned
So
about
long as we get onto the podium first place instead of the race first place, that's all that matters.
Which, to do so, you have to be at least 2 places ahead of... Or, no, DK can be at least 2 spaces ahead of you, and you'll still get first.
Because DK is the one with 12 points right now, so...
And you have 19.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Also, are you aware... actually, you know how to do the drift, so that means you should know how to
Yeah,
make
I
your
know
car
how
go,
to
right?
get the speed up. Meaty brought it up earlier. I just never used it. I just never used it as a kid.
I'm not talking about the drift. I mean just jumping in general.
Take lightning bolt fuckers.
Because I feel like trying to jump your way over that ledge will be important. Especially since you are in 50cc where you can't move that fast.
It also doesn't help that since I'm playing this with a PS4 controller, I haven't adjusted the dead zone to compensate.
There we go.
That's another problem.
I'm just minding my own business, and then Nazi just shoots me in the back of my brain.
And luckily for you, Castile, I do have Batman Returns already. So we will be able to do that first,
Yeah.
given we spin the NES option.
Yeah, that's a game from my childhood, by the way. Also, hi, Ben.
Hey, Pen.
Yo. Wow, that was lucky.
I'll take it. I don't care. After this cup, I will probably move the group reactive thing so that way we can fit more people on the screen because it's kind of hard to see everyone's.
You know, take your time.
Yeah, no.
It's a me, but it's
Okay, we're good.
It ain't first, but you got first overall, so everything's fine.
Only took the second attempt at the cup. Got it. God damn. Oh, I don't. Has Eizen not heard that yet?
I don't think I have.
That happened this morning, apparently.
Yes, Steel introduced me to this magnificent sound from my Metroid Prime streams.
Also, I'm not streaming. Why am I still on Do Not Disturb? There we go.
I do like that they wait until the special cup to give you the credits, at the very least. Because then you don't have to skip them every time. That is one thing I do not like about Mario Kart 8 is that they have the credits after every cup. If you place first, though. That's my only gripe. It also...
My only complaint is, oops, all mushrooms!
It also suffers from that balancing where you need more than 4 people. That aside, I don't think it's a bad game. There are just things with it that good.
Yeah, got it.
Right.
I'm a Wario. I'm not gonna win.
So now, while I remember, let's take care of this.
But that's not Wario. That's Peach. I'm not gonna win. I'm telling you, that's not Wario. That's Peach. I'm not gonna win.
There we go. There. You can all be above Ember's head.
Mario Grand Prix. Select your player.
Might as well go all the way.
Select map.
And here we go. The special cup. Thank you, Drift.
Here we go. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
And then Wario gets hit by a blue shell.
It's a shame it doesn't have the wing. It doesn't have the wings in this version. In this game, they didn't get that until 64, or not 64, until Double Dash.
I was gonna say, aren't you playing 64?
I meant Double Dash.
I'm just giving you a shit about this.
Here we go.
Get back here, Loogie. Get back here, Dr. Luge. And he got Ghost. It's a good thing I didn't have any items, otherwise he would be able to steal it from me.
Potentially steal it from you.
There we go. Oh, I got both Mario and Luigi at the same time. Nice.
Hey.
Mamma mia!
Mamma mia! Wow! 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 Wow!
Forget about that effect. If you're in the grass, sometimes they will throw coconuts at you, supposed to symbolize the monkeys.
I'll take it because it actually, you know, gave me a boost and actually kept me from crashing into the wall. So.
Oogie, you got Terminal 7. I don't know what that means, but it's pretty bad.
I'm gonna say, if you really wanted to be a dick, you could have left that right on that speed up. Just there, because then they get hit and then immediately fall in the water.
Speed up.
Speed up. Pick it up for speed up. Multiple. Thank you, Red Shell!
Got rid of your biggest competition ever. That single banana peel.
First, baby! Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Got it.
You just pulled a gnome. Woo!
Woo! Luigi, get off my...
That's not your ass to be riding on. Where's Daisy? Alright.
No, Hydreigon! Fuck 150! Fuck 150!
This is 50.
The only thing redeemed was 50cc. We're only doing 50. Fuck that shit.
Oh hi, oh hi.
It's a party in here!
Well, hi, Mom.
Oh hi.
Also have fun with this course.
Oh wait, right, Yoshi Raceman doesn't tell you who's in first.
Although, if you toggle with the map button, it does kind of make sense who's in first, who's in second.
With the C buttons, but the C buttons are bound to the analog stick, and on the PS4 controller, the analog stick is right underneath the buttons. So yeah, that's not happening, unfortunately.
Good item to have, probably not the best time to use it.
Got a star out of the deal. It's
Like I said, a good item, probably not the best time to use it. Especially since I'm pretty sure if you fall off, it doesn't save you from that. Your Starman immediately ends.
Right, this course loves to troll you because...
Cause that's what the kids are into these days.
No, no! My queen!
Looks like one driver's having a...
I was wondering that myself. What the hell?
It's from a cat. It's from one of the new catty videos, I think.
No. On the map. Okay, now it's moving. That one driver just stood there for like forever and a half.
His engine stalled.
Car, how do you?
Fuck his engine getting stalled. His engine's done.
The AI cheats at 150. The AI cheats at 50.
The AI cheats every
Let's
time.
be real, it's rubber banding. They always cheat.
It's adaptive AI.
Gotta love rubber banding, and by that I mean hate it.
No money. No prizes.
Thanks, I hate it.
Oh, I think you're back in third. Now second.
No, not again.
Never mind.
Wasn't third.
Yeah, we're redoing this one. I can already see we're redoing this one. Because unless I pull a victory, a clutch victory out of my ass, we're not getting it this time.
Maybe. Maybe you'll still get it. Got another lightning bolt out of that.
So I just had to test out the clip feature on YouTube to clip something from an older stream, and yeah, go watch it.
Really?
Meanwhile, having life, death at the moment.
Of course I'll miss Lukey. Not me!
I think it rubber band to hit you.
Okay, I still got third.
Better than.
I'll take it. I don't care. I still got third.
Plunk, plunk.
Plus, it's still at the beginning, so I can kind of afford that. I have to do better in this next one, though, if I want to get a good position on the post, though. Which is good because it's been.
Fancy boardwalk.
God.
Rockets are yes.
Here we go.
Entrance to boardwalk, pay $2,000.
Wait, what?
What?
Monopoly.
I know.
I know it's
That's the
Monopoly.
joke.
I know it's Monopoly, but still. What?
$2,000, baby.
Well, yeah, if someone has a fucking hotel on boardwalk, it's 2,000.
I know that feeling.
Damn it, the lip of the side of the wall there.
I usually wait until there's a straightaway. That way, I'm almost guaranteed to make sure that it might get close to a wall, but it will soon autocorrect itself afterwards. Anyway, that's lap one.
Well, that was uneventful.
Ooh,
Ow, whoa, whoa,
nice
whoa, whoa.
big shot. No!
I thought the mushroom was actually counteracting that. I guess it.
No, you have to apply the brakes first. The mushroom don't do shit with that. Ooh, someone's being gutsy. Someone's being gutsy.
I'm not even playing Mega Man Ball and Chase.
Gutsman's ass. No.
Yes. Why are we dressed like robots?
You think an evil genius would have made an instant, an unescapable room full of death spikes way before he made a string man?
Evil genius takes time.
Oh, it's not Loogie, but you did manage to hit someone with that. Also, holy shit, that was
Yeah,
nice.
I was surprised at that too. No, I can't do it again.
You got greedy, son. You got fucking greedy, son.
You're straight tripping, son. No, you know what? You know what racing game I grew up with as a kid? Lego Racers.
I don't think you're gonna make it.
I had the original Mario Kart, Mario Kart 64.
I'm honestly
and
surprised you chose to take third.
ATV Off-Road Fury
Because now
4,
you're hard locked into this.
and Need for Speed Underground 2.
Because, yeah, at best you can shoot for... Actually, I think you're guaranteed to get third place no matter what. But yeah,
Unless you get first place and Luigi gets nothing, so you tie.
Which good fucking luck with this AI. Because usually whoever does amazing will not lose their track of that.
Rubber band!
But yeah, the spot I was mentioning here was that if you have a mushroom from that top of the hill, and you aim at just the right spot while jumping, you can skip half the course.
Crazy Taxi, anyone? I don't want to get banned from Twitch, so if I were to play that, I'd have to mute the audio.
No, you play the stream VOD version of Crazy Taxi, aka the Simpson, not Hit and Run. Fuck, I forgot what that game was called. And I had that game growing up.
The GBA game?
Road Rage, that's the one.
Oh, Simpsons, yeah.
Okay.
Simpsons Road Rage, aka the VOD safe version of Crazy Taxi.
And also, Radical actually got sued by Sega for that. Because it was so much like Crazy Taxi that the cop was basically, they felt that the patent was infringed. And they settled it out of court, but they had to stop selling the game, so Road Rage is kind of hard to find nowadays.
I think I actually still have my copy. Don't have the box for it, but I should still have my copy. Also, one massive improvement that the later Mario Kart games did for this, if they were too fucking long, they were split into different sections. So I'm pretty sure this would already be the final...
Yeah, with how I was doing, I'm not gonna... do it, loot over, it's fine. I already didn't like how that was going anyway.
Just raising my hands up and slowly walking backwards. That's my only response to that.
Besides, Pan's not streaming today, so I feel I can take a bit longer to get to Ron Dumpster Diamond, so...
Correction, he did stream earlier today.
Yes, he did.
Any more tonight?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, some people, Hydrogon, might argue that Diddy Kong Racing is in some ways better than this game. Again, it's a huge argument, depending on how you look at the scenario. By the way, I only just now realized that the music's not on for this game.
No, it is.
It is.
I'm not hearing any of it.
There's this volume slider for...
There's a volume slider, I probably don't have it. It's probably defaulted to very low. The rest of you guys are hearing it fine, right?
Yeah, I have mine turned down a bit.
Yeah, I got the side stream up to max, and I'm still not hearing any music. Who knows? Maybe it's just me. It's just the aftermath of Mega Man ZX and especially Cuphead. That's probably getting into my head at this point. Oh, of course they would dodge it. Really? I'm not even playing and I feel offended by that. Why would you waste them all in one go?
Worked out for now.
It worked out! You could have saved those other two!
Yeah, Peaches got it.
Currently, I'm 15 HP in a dream at the moment.
Oh, what you doing right now?
He's playing Return to Castle Wolfenstein. He said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I died a lot. Half of them by a Panzerfaust to the face.
Return to Castle Wolfenstein basically is basically a reboot of the series, more or less. I think that's where the whole entire thing of where the newer Wolfenstein games came from, as far as where their placement is. Because the timeline now is Return to Castle Wolfenstein, then Wolfenstein: The New Order, then Wolfenstein: The New Colossus, I think is the...
It was Return to Castle Wolfenstein, then the that 09 one, and then afterwards everything else. That was a dumb. I survived
I wanna blame them
everything.
the fact that Activision had a stake in it at the time, and rather than just keep going with the old continuity, it decided to just go with the Return to Castle Wolfenstein one, even once they got bought out by Bethesda.
Bingo! Bye-bye.
Why they decided to do that's beyond me, but that's the only thing I can theorize. Okay, I'm going down this way.
Ow, 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 ow.
Here we go. Here we go.
You must guard. Also, hi, Omega.
Hi, Hydra. Hi, sorry. Hi, Omega.
Fucking.
Okay, so I have to. So this next one, I literally have to get 3rd or above. Otherwise, I'm not getting it. No, I have to get above 3rd.
What do you mean? This is only the 3rd race.
Good start. Damn you, dead zone.
Here we go.
As the princess, I demand you get back here.
It took to fucking son.
Holy crap, 29 attempts.
And there's your... There you go.
I love how the fish that gave you the trophy just shows up out of nowhere.
Here we go.
Oh!
Oh!
What up?
Theory there.
What up? What up?
Okay, don't touch anything. We need to see the results.
There you go.
By a
100th of a
millisecond!
second.
By a millisecond!
Nah, it's 100th.
That's crazy.
Thank you, Omega! Okay, and so that way I don't have to keep doing this over and over.
Fuck that noise. Fuck that noise with a rusty razor blade.
Because I am planning on doing rum dumpster diving. Even if it is only for an hour or two, I don't care. This game is short enough that I feel I can get some RDD in, so...
Bingo! Bye-bye.
Fuck that noise up the asshole. Let's take a dive.
That's
Well,
a
that
bit
was-
overkill, don't you think?
So,
Then
so far,
again, it's this game, so...
yeah, so far in my game, they opened up a train car and I gave him a rocket to the face.
Kind of reminds me of the time I played Medal of Honor.
That could be problematic. Get back here.
Not-
Look at the bright side. You still have 2 more laps after this.
Yeah, I know.
This isn't like the later ones where it's just split up into sections.
Bingo! Bye-bye. Hit that.
I forgot you can't fire the red ones back. Not in this game, anyway. Again, the later Mario Karts have spoiled me. Especially 8 Deluxe, which gives you 2 items.
This is the Wario.
It's just Mario.mp3.
Okay, did not need 2 people firing them at me at the exact same time. Thanks, game.
No, that wasn't Steel, that was me.
No, no. I said I didn't need 2 people throwing throwing a banana peel at me at the exact same time.
More bananas. Oh,
Banana.
Well done!
Welcome to bonus stage.
welcome to Bound stage.
Did you watch the clips I sent you?
Yeah, I love it.
Bingo!
I love bounced around.
Although if memory serves, I'm wondering, do you still get the credits for doing special stage, or do you have to do it via 150 and mirror?
I think you get it on 50cc.
Well, either way, we'll find out.
Because I think you attempted it on 100 when you did it for Rum Dumpster Diving, so... Because I don't remember you doing it for 150. Or Sonic 3, the Doyless stage, yeah, the glitch. I don't know why I thought that would work. That was my fault.
You know, Omega, I'm surprised you didn't take the whole Biff Tannen approach with that. Next time you see Loogie, tell him to make like a banana and leaf.
I
Oh, hey! Or I have to wait for it to wear off first.
Here we go!
Yeah, here is especially where you want to jump. Even if it doesn't get you much progress, it helps avoid the slowdown. I'm saying when you're going downhill, it means nothing when you're going uphill. Mamma mia, wow, 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 wow.
Even I wouldn't be surprised if he got hit by toys.
I imagine he got hit by the banana, which slowed him down. Which slowed him down, and then immediately got hit by your shell.
It slowed them and slewed them. It's gonna slew.
See that chain jump? I'm gonna slew it.
Ah! Oh.
Here we go.
Alright, well you got a decent enough lead, so you should be good.
I think not. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Mario Kart 64.
Hey.
Hey,
Congratulations!
Gratulary.
Get conked.
Speaking of get conked, there we go.
Oh good, they're back. Well, I guess we'll find out. I'm pretty sure it's after the special cup.
So I thought it is beating a special cup, but it has to be 150cc or higher.
No,
But either way, we will soon find out.
I know that in Super Mario Kart you need to be at least 100cc to be able to even do this special cup.
Ooh.
that one's gonna have to wait for a bit because I don't have the game downloaded right now. I will acknowledge it, but it's gonna have to wait. Plus, I want to play Parasite Eve 1 before I do 2.
I might sound like a broken record saying this, but I think it's safe to say Parasite Eve is basically an RPG with light Resident Evil sprinkles on there, where Parasite Eve 2 is the exact opposite. It's a Resident Evil game with sprinkles of RPG.
Got it.
Hey, what's the cooldown, by the way?
I don't have a
I think
quote
so.
database.
I thought it was 150cc and
cooldown.
above.
Oh,
Cool down on. Yeah, cooldowns on full playthroughs.
Let me see.
okay, yeah, it looks like it has to be 100 or above, I guess.
I thought it was 150cc, which would make sense because you practically beat the game, and then it unlocks Mirror.
In any case, that's the playthrough finished. But
You basically just seen screenshots of the tracks everywhere. You're not really missing out on that much for the ending.
But now, time for our change of pace. But that means I need to put this up for a second. Okay, there we go. I thought it was frozen. That's what. Okay, there we go. Put that up for a second while I get.
Request Parasite Eve 1, and I can't.
Did you know there's actually a song called Parasite Eve that was made like back in 2020?
Sorry.
Streamlabs dashboard. Pull up VLC. Because that's where I have all my stuff for that. Okay, and then all widgets.
Be right back.
Yep.
Spin wheel, there it is. That's what I want. Okay. Recent media. Here we go. I didn't want to do it yet. I gotta start another recording.